Buenos dias, que se Morocco, Marsala, great. Welcome back to Sam the Dingus's life stories. Probably up to number 12 by now. At this point, I'm having more fun with my categories because I feel like I've gotten some foundational stuff out of the way. Although there's definitely some big stories in the waiting. Just been kind of procrastinating on that, but now I'm having fun with you this Monday night. Sunday night, fun day night. And I probably titled this video something ridiculous like Never Trust Me or Sam the Dingus, the Crazy Wildebeest Hunter. And these are just a couple stories, fun, chill little stories in my life when, like, I had the ball, like, it was my moment, and I did some crazy shit. Not like crazy, but, like, just, I don't know how else to call it. Like, here I go. So the first story comes from when I was a child. The reason that I wanted to do this whole category at all is because I saw someone who I knew from Canterbury, my town, growing up. I saw them at Hell's Kitchen, and I remembered it was their brother who was in this story. I'm not going to say any names or anything even close to that, but... So here I was at Canterbury Elementary School. I was in 4th grade. And I feel like at this point in time, like, I'm alive, no doubt. Like, I'm like doing some stuff, but like, I feel like consciousness did not exist yet at this point. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's hard to say, like, you haven't really, like, become your full self at that point. Maybe you're always your truest self, and then you just change, but that's for a different video called Sam's Great Ideas. Boo! Anyway, I was in the 4th grade, and we were reading books to 2nd graders. But it wasn't like a event type thing. We were just, like, going around classrooms, and, like, you would have, like, partners, and you, like, go around the room and stuff like that. So basically, 4th grade me was completely not ready for this responsibility whatsoever, and I did some crazy shit. Like, sometimes I think back in my life and I'm like, oh my god, was I crazy this whole time? Did no one tell me I'm a psychopath? That's the reason I'm quiet, like. Anyway, welcome back to the Sam the Dingus show, by the back. So, I don't know. We were just in a separate area, not in the main classroom, like the back of the classroom, kind of. But I feel like I just wasn't reading it or something. Like, I was just hanging out, and we were all talking and stuff. I don't really know what was going on, but I was being a rebel or something. I remember this kid was like, I'm gonna tell the teacher on you. Like, man. Like, that's such a strange feeling, because you're like, well, I don't care, but you're also like, please, no, please. Trying to psych them out so they don't do it. But then I was like reading to this other kid, and I asked this kid, do you smoke? That's when I realized this was what I was meant to be. And I just, like, can't believe I really said that out loud. Like, I was in the 4th grade. Like, I don't even know what that is at this point. But I do know the teacher that was giving me dirty looks afterward. She'd be smoking like a chimney. No offense, just saying. Okay, it was a crazy thing for a kid to say. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I told you. I told you everything I know. Now you cannot hurt me. So, this one's the second story. It comes from my adult days. And this was to be expected of me because I basically fulfilled my name at this point. Like I said, I had grown up and become my full self, and, like, Sam the Dingus does dingus stuff, you know. That guy. Anyway, so this was a party that my Walmart pals were throwing. A bunch of them. At, there's one, I guess, I'm sorry, I can't say names, I guess. I'm not gonna say names. Not now. Although I guess I say plenty of names in my stories. I don't know which ones I should be leaving out, but I'm gonna leave out all names for this one. We were at person one's house, who has, like, some, like, military, like, annoying, strict parents. I don't know. Not necessarily, but, like, I don't know. She thought it was pretty annoying. Anyway, so it was like a group of like 5 to 8 of us all hanging out there for a party, for reals. So I don't know. I just wanted to like have a little fun and like make a crazy entrance or something for this party, and I had like a crazy loaded joke planned, and it's not even that funny. I wanted to set the stage properly. Once we were all hanging out, they saw everything I brought, because I had brought 2 things into this room with me in my hands. And obviously they saw it and you didn't, so you're still in suspense, but they saw what it was at this point, and I was like, they were asking me like, what's up for? What did you bring? And I was like, I brought a bag of apples and some lube. I'll let you guys be creative. Yeah, that was a great moment. It was fun. It was all worth it, because, you know, it's just a simple fun joke. Get a party started. But then these, like, the parents come about, because they were close by, apparently. And they start talking some shit, like, his dad's like, somebody smells like weed. Which one of you's got weed? I'm like, oh no, it's a full assault. Retreat. No, but I didn't have any weed on me, so I wasn't too worried. It was in my trunk, and damn, this guy he's persistent, but I don't know. That was just him making his epic entrance, I think. Just to say, don't ever say that shit again. It was great. But it just got weirder and weirder, because even though that calmed down a little bit, then they're like asking for weed. Like the mom is like, yeah, do you know where I can buy some weed? And like the daughter of this is like shaking her, like, don't answer this. Like don't fall for it, because I totally would have bid it and like sold her some weed that I had on me in my trunk. So there's that story. Just whenever I remember these things, I know I gotta put it down, because like a lot of days I have dreams. Well, fuck that. I just remember my dreams. I have like a library book of all the dreams I remember from my whole life growing up. And they're so amazing that I don't want to ever forget them. But I know that like when you stop thinking about them, there are little ones that get away. I don't know, though. I can call them back really good. This is kind of my specialty, I guess. My ethereal blessing is the dream world. Anyway, it's easy to forget stuff, so just to get every little funny detail of my life, I'm telling you all these stories no matter how fucking awful they are. I thought that was a pretty good story. Anyway, the last one is just a little closer. It's just a quick one. Another of my devious childhood schemes. So I was in 2nd grade or something like that. Yes. This is when I lived in New Jersey at this point, and my family was moving to Connecticut, to Canterbury. Before it all got started, I was still a devil. Because basically I got this like cool dog thing from my classmates in 2nd grade that you could write on, and everybody signed their names. And so it was really cool to have like this cool dog thing with everybody's names on it. But I drew a wiener on the dog. When I was in like 2nd grade, probably. Like, no, maybe it was after that I did it, but like, well, obviously, but I forget if it was like in the recent, or if it was after I owned it for a while and we were in Connecticut safely, but I don't know why I'd be doing that shit. It's funny as hell, but just like, okay, I got a bonus story, an encore, yeah, because I remembered it in Pokemon Emerald. I was playing that as a kid, and there's like, in Rustboro City, I think, there's like this child, this baby, who like repeats what you say, and so it lets you type in things. That's where they made their mistake. That's where Elden Ring, Dark Souls is smart, because they're very closed off about what you can do with it. Fingers works, right? Fuck, what was I talking about? I'm dumb as fuck. Emerald, typing it in, yeah. So obviously, as a kid playing Pokemon Emerald, I typed in every atrocity I could think of. And then I showed my siblings. And this event generated so much hype that my parents hopped in really fast, and they're like, I need you to write down every single word that you put down. And it was, I don't even know what, like, is this gonna ruin, I'm not monetized, right? This isn't gonna ruin everything if I just say every swear word. Fuck. You know what, you get the idea, okay? Someone who's like a kid, who's like been around enough to hear the words, would know to say. Fuck, is YouTube still free speech? Am I allowed to say these things? Like, what are the consequences? I gotta do some research, I think, because I don't want to interfere anymore with these stories. So, yeah. They still let me play Pokemon Emerald. God bless. And I think I'll go play some of that right now or something. So, thank you for listening to my crazy stories yet again. Happy to get these little noodles down anytime I can. Always happy to see you guys. I feel like it's about time to get back to it, because actually I have my computer now after Christmas. Just got to get it set up, and be good as gold. And although I feel like I'm always glad to be forced into bad situations, not even really, just a different situation where my opportunities are limited, so it forces me to try harder in certain areas. And so, weakness is always a strength, and that's the art of war. God bless and good night. Wow!